Lukashenko also wants to introduce criminal liability for alleged slander and insults to the former president and members of their family. Today, this norm applies only to the current head of state. Thus, the dictator not only proposes to imprison all those who are objectionable, but is also trying to protect himself. After all, regardless of whether Lukashenko takes part in the presidential elections in 2025, he will still remain in power. The dictator essentially consolidated his powers by creating a new body in December 2022, the All-Belarusian People's Assembly.
It is envisaged that the president of Belarus, who has ceased to exercise his powers, is a member of the Council of the Republic for life with his consent. The functions of the chairman of the Council of the Republic additionally include the exercise of the powers of the president in the event of a vacancy in the post of head of state. In addition, a number of powers in the parliament that were transferred to the All-Belarusian People's Assembly have been excluded, including the election of judges of the Constitutional Court and members of the Central Electoral Commission, approval of the main directions of domestic and foreign policy and military doctrine. From a message of the Belarusian Telegraph Agency website dated December 30, 2022.
Not only is he trying to stay in the presidential chair, but he also doesn't forget to curry favor with Putin. Amid the breakthrough of Ukrainian troops in the Kursk region on Saturday, Belarus began to transfer troops to the border with Ukraine. This was reported by the country's defense minister Viktor Khrenin, and he added that they also sent Polonez rocket systems and Iskander complexes there.
The accumulation of weapons by Belarus to the border areas is an attempt to help Putin and distract the attention of the Ukrainian command to that direction. However, it seems to me that Lukashenko can predict the consequences of any provocations. Andriy Kovalenko, head of the Center for Countering Disinformation under the National Security and Defense Council of Ukraine, on Telegram.
The official pretext for the transfer of troops was the so-called incident with the drones. Thus, allegedly on August 9th, several Ukrainian drones were shot down off the territory of Belarus. Some of the drones were intercepted by Russian air defense. Lukashenko threatened Kiev with retaliatory measures.
Lukashenko has once again shown that he is just Putin's puppet. He began making loud statements announcing the transfer of troops to the border with Ukraine in order to draw off the resources of the Ukrainian army. This is obvious, and these drones, which are most likely not flying in Belarus, but in Lukashenko's head, are an excuse to the Belarusian military and society for this escalation against Ukraine.
At the same time, experts are sure that any statements by Lukashenko should be not taken at face value.
To show that he is concerned about the events in the Kursk region and is in solidarity with Russia, but I do not think that this should be perceived as a serious threat, because all of Lukashenko's actions are purely demonstrative, nothing more. Alexander Kovalenko, military and political columnist of the Information Resistance Group, in an interview with RBC Ukraine.
The European Union is sure that Lukashenko's regime must be weakened. Thus, the High Representative of the European Union for Foreign Affairs and Security Policy, Josep Borrell, stated on the 4th anniversary of the start of mass protests in Belarus that the country's sovereignty is under threat.
In addition to wide-scale domestic repression, the Belarusian regime has been complicit in Russia's illegal war of aggression against Ukraine. Besides political, military and logistical support, it has contributed to the illegal deportation of Ukrainian children from territories of Ukraine temporarily occupied by Russia. Since 2021, the regime has also orchestrated migration pressure on the EU's external borders. Josep Borrell, High Representative of the European Union for Foreign Affairs and Security Policy, Voice of America quotes.
Meanwhile, the countries of the European Union are demanding that sanctions against the Lukashenko regime be strengthened. The member of the European Parliament from Lithuania and the permanent rapporteur on Belarus, Petras Auštrevičius, is confident that the sanctions policy should be expanded and cover all sectors of the Belarusian economy. Reported by Diana Kolesnik, Yulia Granovska, UATV News.